Today is to show you what a 3D scanner looks like in the dental world. The one that we have is called 3Shape Scanner. So we use this thing that looks like a gun, and it's basically a camera. It doesn't have any radiation. It's like you taking your phone to take pictures, but this one scans your teeth. So our lovely patient here is a fake one. So this is the area that we're going to be working on here. It's just going to show you our it's kind of like a gaming laptop that can handle this kind of software. So we can actually look at the image in a 3D. So this one I've already scanned part of the patient's mouth, pretend patient that is, and the dentist and lab can have the function of 3D imaging, looking at the teeth as if it was in the patient's mouth. So we can sit there and turn it around, look at from the tongue side, look at from the top aerial view versus just from the side of the cheek. So this is really nice, and in order to do this is 3D software. So this is a scan of the bottom teeth, which is in this mouth is right here. Then of course there's the upper teeth, which if we have them bite down, so there's bottom and top. Hello there. So this scan here's the bottom. We can go to the top one, and this is the top scan, and we can turn it around. So what you're used to seeing is kind of like this is the top view. And then we also can capture the bite, which is kind of a weird view, but it gives the lab an idea how the teeth come together. So if we're looking at the clearance, the blue is just showing us a new scan for the bite. It's just painted, and then inside we can look at the bite from a different perspective. So I'm going to go back to the lower one, and we're going to finish scanning this patient because we didn't like something on this scan here, so we cut it out and it's empty. And now we're going to pick up the scanner and tell the patients to open wide. It'd be nice if they do have alligator opening where they can open all the way. We'll just pretend that it is there. And we're going to pick up the scanner here, and there's a button here. Looks like something from Star Trek. And we're just going to go in here and scan. So we'll start here and scan the light. And you can actually see on the screen what we're scanning. So when I'm doing this in the patient's mouth, it scans and picks up the image. Again, there's no radiation on this, it's just a scanner that picks up images. So when we turn it off, the light is off, the scan is done. When we look at the screen here, it looks like we have some little green spots, which means those are digital holes. So I'm going to go back in and see if I can get that scan better. I'll tap on that. And we'll go back to our scanner here and put it on the screen. Let's see if we can get, yep, so now we got it. Now the green should disappear. We'll see the scan now, and it looks like, yes, we got all the image that we needed. Now, the nice things about this too is we can trim away excess, because if you were taking an impression and you pour this model up, it's all this extra stone. So now we can trim. We don't need all this extra things. We can trim that away, which is like the pretend tongue. This pretend like it's the cheek. We can trim all this away, all the way back, and then we're going to make that disappear. So now we can clean up the image, and we'll send this to the email to the lab, and they don't need all this extra image because it's just more data. And that is our scanner, which is really cool. So then we can send that to the lab. They will use a computer to design this crown and have a machine that actually presses and makes the crown, which is really nice. And it's not something that you have to do stone in models anymore. They make a 3D printing of this model, and then use a computer to design the crown, and then the lab will press it and make a not plastic, I'm sorry, a zirconia crown, which is really nice and functional.